Hello, grade 6 learners! Welcome in this session packed with fun and exciting learning experiences. I hope you are having a wonderful day. I am your learning facilitator for today, Teacher Elsie. I know that you are very excited to this fun-filled learning. So let's get started. And I am pretty sure that you have already said all the things by preparing the materials needed in this session within your reach. And I am also certain that you have already found the most comfortable space for you to be fruitful in this educational session. So what are you waiting for? Let's start this session by a simple prayer.
Lord, thank you for the gift of teaching. Equip me to teach with wisdom and with truth, and empower me to teach with vision and with love. Cover each child, teacher, and school in our nation, and bless them abundantly. Let your light shine through all that I do, so that every child knows your unselfish grace. I pray for leadership, guidance, patience, and strength as I help my students explore, stretch, achieve, and grow. Amen.
Before we dig into the lesson that I prepared for you, let us have a short recap of the previous lesson. Can you still remember how to add and subtract similar fractions? That's it! I love your positive spirit. I am pretty sure that you have learned enough about adding and subtracting similar fractions. I know that you're all geared up to unlock another learning for today. May I feel your energy by shaking your hands in the air? That's it! That's a way to release your tension. I know that some of you are quite hesitant to have another discussion, but cheer up, relax, and let's get the ball rolling. Today, we will be dealing about multiplying decimals and mixed decimals with factors up to 2 decimal places. Do you know how much we weigh on the moon? To find out, we need to multiply our weight here on Earth by approximately 1700s, so we would know our weight on the moon. Again, we need to multiply our weight here on Earth by approximately 1700s, so we would know our weight on the moon. Let us all read this word problem.
Luis, an astronaut, will travel to the moon to do some explorations on its surface. He weighs 63 kilograms here on Earth. What would be his weight when he lands on the moon?
In order for us to answer that word problem, we need to apply the Agonza method. Can you still remember the Agonza method? Very good. In Agonza method, A stands for what is asked, G stands for what are given, O stands for what is the operation to be used, N stands for what is the number sentence, S stands for what is the solution, and A stands for what is the correct answer. Before we answer that word problem, let us know first on how to multiply decimals and mix decimals with factors up to 2 decimal places. And here are the steps.
Step 1. Right-align the decimal and whole number. Digits should be aligned in columns but not necessarily by place value. Step 2. Ignore the decimal points. Multiply the factors as with whole numbers. Step 3. Count the number of decimal places in the factors and add the result. Step 4. Place the decimal point starting from the right of the last digit in the product. The decimal place in the product is equal to the total number of decimal places in the factors.
Now let us solve the word problem. Number 1. What is asked in the problem? Exactly. The weight of Louis, an astronaut when he lands on the moon. Number 2. What are the given? Very good. The given are 63 kilograms, which is the weight of Louis here on Earth, and 17 hundredths. Number 3. What operation is to be used? Precisely. Multiplication is the operation to be used. Number 4. What is the number sentence? Exactly. The number sentence is 63 kilograms times 17 hundredths equals n. Number 5. What is the solution? Now, in your solution, remember the steps in multiplying decimals and mix decimals with factors up to 2 decimal places. Again, what is the solution?
The solution is right-align the decimal and the whole number. Ignore the decimal point and multiply the factors as if whole numbers. First thing to do is to multiply 3 by 7 is 21. Since 21 is greater than 10, we're going to regroup. So we have now 1, regroup 2. Next is 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. Next is 3 times 0 is 0. Let us have now the digit 6. Let us multiply 6 by 7. So 6 times 7 is 42. We have now 2, regroup 4. Next is 6 times 1 is 6, plus 4 is 10. We have now 0, regroup 1. Next is 6 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. And then we're going to add. So we have now 1, 5 plus 2 is 7, 0 plus 0 is 0, and we have now 1. Next is count the decimal places of the factors. In 17 hundredths, we have 2 decimal places. In 63, no decimal place. So a total of 2 decimal places. Since we have 2 decimal places in the product, we are going to place the decimal points starting from the right of the last digit. In the product, we have now 1 and 2. So we're going to place the decimal point between 0 and 7.
Number 6. What is the correct answer? Very good. The correct answer is 10 and 71 hundredths.
Another example will be multiply 32 and 8 tenths by 4 and 5 tenths. Let us align first the decimals in column, but not necessarily by place value. So let's have 32 and 8 tenths times 4 and 5 tenths. So ignoring the decimal points, we are going to multiply the decimal numbers as if it whole numbers. 5 times 8 is 40. Since 40 is greater than 10, we are going to regroup. So we have now 0, regroup 4. Next is 5 times 2 is 10, plus 4, it will be 14. So we have now 4, regroup 1. Next is multiply 5 by 3. So 5 times 3 is 15, plus 1 is 16. Let us have now the digit 4. Let us multiply 4 by 8. So 4 times 8 is 32. So we have now 2, regroup 3. Next is 4 times 2 is 8, plus 3 is 11. So we have now 1, regroup 1. Next is 4 times 3 is 12. Then 12 plus 1 is 13. So we are going to add.
So we have now 0, then 4 plus 2 is 6, 6 plus 1 is 7, 1 plus 3 is 4. Then we have 1. The next step is count the decimal places of the factors. In 32 and 8/10, there is only one decimal place. In 4 and 5/10, there is also one decimal place. A total of 2 decimal places. Since we have 2 decimal places in the product, we are going to place the decimal point starting from the right of the last digit in the product. So we have now 1 and 2. So we're going to place the decimal point between 7 and 6. So the product is 147 and 60 hundredths. We can also drop the last trailing zero when presenting the answer. So it can be written as 147 and 6/10. For you to practice the skill, we'll have the next exercise. Write your answer on your answer sheet. This time, you're going to multiply decimals and mix decimals with factors up to 2 decimal places. Are you ready? And now, we are ready to reveal the correct answer. This time, I want you to give me claps based on the score you got from your activity. Excellent! I heard a lot of claps. That means you are really learning. If not, then we still have another activity for you to continue enhancing your skill. Just keep focused and stay alert. Let us have your performance task. I want you to proceed to your group based on your learning style. For group 1 who are visual, you are going to multiply decimals and mix decimals in each number. Find its answer on the chart and write the corresponding letter in the box below to break the code. For group 2 who are auditory, I want you to listen to this word problem and solve it using the Agonsa method. And this is the word problem. Lucky bought 3.5 kilograms of rice in the market. If a kilogram of rice cost 45 pesos and 50 centavos, how much will Lucky pay? For group 3 who are kinesthetic, you are going to make 5 colorful bracelets. And after making the bracelets, you are going to multiply the given decimals and mix decimals. You are going to write your solution and answer in number 1 in the green bracelet, number 2 in yellow bracelet, number 3 in blue bracelet, number 4 in red bracelet, and number 5 in the pink bracelet. You are going to video your work and send that in my messenger account. You will be given 10 minutes to prepare and 3 minutes for the presentation of each group's output, and also be guided with our rubrics in your performance. Oh no! Have you heard that? Someone is reminding that our time is up. We will continue our healthy discussion tomorrow. For now, Goodbye, class!